Yeah, yeah, but back to what I was saying. Not too much about me, because like I said, I was one of the ones that can move around in a little bit. So I'm gonna go towards you and your story and what it was like for you, because I know, but I'm trying to give give insight to my listeners and my followers, how a man can still evolve and change no matter where
Well,
he came
I
from.
mean,
You know what I'm saying?
um, it depends on what story you want to hear because it's so long and in depth and um it's if we had to rate this by Ebert and Roper, it would be a nail biter. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I've been through some stuff and I've weathered some storms and I've indulged and I've had to inhale a lot and take a lot in and a lot of people, I give credit to people who can rise above anything, you feel me? And
Hmm.
I feel like I'm a different person, better person,
Hmm.
you know, and the blessing in it all is no one made me, no one guided me, no one did none of that. I reached out for this. Like I'm the one that had the epiphany one day where as though, hey, I don't want to be like this anymore. Hey, I don't want to live like this no more. I don't want to think like this no more. I don't want to function like this no more. And I recognized the insanity of it. And I educated myself and paid attention to detail
Hmm.
and used everything that I've ever seen, done, heard, conversations from the past, movies, books, and reached back into it. And yo, I reconfigured everything.
So would you say prison kind of molded you, like saved you, like prison helped shape you to the brain that you got right now, like because you spent
I
a
mean,
lot of times that
prison. Go ahead, I'm listening.
no, because because to me I think some people be better different, but I think prison can reform, when if you want better. So you're not the same.
I think that being away from the environments, being away from the norm, no matter where you at, you can be in a picket fence.
Uh huh.
Being away from the norm is a start. And then what you feed, what you ingest. You know, um, when I first started off, I watched all my friends and everybody focus on religion and politics. And, you know, um,
You
that
t-
was the level of education that they chose.
you talking about in
And
prison?
it's like, yes. And
Okay.
it's I came to the conclusion watching them that, yeah, you can recite the Quran word for word, but you don't know how to fill out a job application.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was just more so well, I know the streets, that's a given, something you can never take away from me.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know nothing about being productive. So that was my focus, learning about that. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Learning about that. That was the start of it. You know what I'm saying? Then, conversationally, like initially, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I say right, like typical, like just like everybody else. But there was no depth to you know what I mean? My level of conversation, like no substance, no nothing. So I had to strengthen that. You know what I'm saying? And I give credit to all you beautiful women out there because you were the founded, you like the founding fathers
This
on that
niggas.
for me. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
hands down, um when I went to prison, I had a few different females who would, you know, holler at me and in the midst of me being there, man, that light skin shit man came through for me. You feel me? So
Drake brought you niggas back in style, huh?
yeah, I'm just saying though, and I had a few, well, let me not say a few. I had a nice piece, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, of interactions with female where as though I could be in tight, although I was in prison.
Yeah.
And that allowed me to grow because don't nobody talk more than a goddamn woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With all due respect, women have a broader level of conversation than us because for us it's more so black and white. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And I ain't being rude. I ain't being none of that. You know what I mean? I got everybody best interest at heart with my statements. It's just as simple. Like women have a tendency at times, certain ones, to want to talk about feelings, and men have a tendency where as though, okay, it is what it is. What's next? We know the problem. Let's focus on the solution.
Exactly.
And it's like those be one blanket statements for us. Okay, we said the statement. Now, what else we talking about? Why are we still talking circles around the same thing?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah. So let me ask you. So going in the prison system, you was quite young. So you really didn't have a support system out here, like out,
Yeah, I
out
had no support system.
no
Like
support system.
I ran away from foster home when I was 12
Mm-hmm.
and pretty much was raised by a pack of wolves. You feel me? That you called your old boys. You
Pack
know what
of
I'm saying?
wolves. Yep. So
Plain and simple. Like I go stay at somebody's mother house for a few weeks, and then next thing you know, they put me out. I might stay at this person's house. They put me out. I might go back to the foster home for a week, run away again. Then
Mm-hmm.
might stay at the old house for a day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I was out there. Like,
Yeah.
I was no going to no family for me because as far as I was concerned, man, I never grew up in a family structure, so that wasn't what existed for me. So there was no um lingering effect of wanting it neither. It was just like, man, I would create it amongst my friends.
So let me ask you, man. Cause I got my theories of how young men join gangs, when they come to prison and stuff like that. So I got my theory, because I know we come from, like we were saying, like far as lack of family, lack of you know um, a father figure, all that type of stuff. So when we go to prison, it's almost like you get tight with homeboys and stuff like that. They become your family. Like they become the ones that got your back, the ones that's
Same
helping
thing
you
on the
keep.
streets.
Yeah, same
Same
thing on the
thing
street.
growing up amongst the friends in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Like it don't really matter what demographic that you go to. Like people end up gravitating. Like police, one of the biggest gangs in the world.
Okay, so let me.
Correctional officers, one of the biggest gangs in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, people develop a mindset where they become for that people.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever it is, that's what I'm rocking with. That's what I'm standing with. Live by, die by. What's up? And it's like, a lot of different organizations get negative connotations based upon actions, um, based upon morale.
So yeah, so
And
that's what I'm asking you. Was you a part of any organization or
well,
gang or whatever?
I've been around a lot of that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Whereas though, um, you know, I pretty much, I've had a voice in a lot of different things. You feel me? Had a voice. And sometimes, man, your voice is heard, sometimes it ain't. And when it reaches a point it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't use your voice no more. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, my voice is to be used for all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to help everybody. I want to see everybody win. I don't care. Like, yo, like who you are, what you've been through, how you look, man. I tip my hat to you. Salute. I want to see you win. Straight up. Like, I'm not looking at you plotting, scheming, like, like trying to emulate nothing. Like, but I will emulate like certain things that I feel could be good for me. You feel me? But like, that's why I say, man, like, a lot of things with gangs are family based and orientated. Like, yo, because um, for me, growing up in the streets, man, like, my friends became my family outside my family.
Mm-hmm.
And, I never had a good experience with that. Everybody crossed me. Everybody. Niggas mothers, niggas grandmothers, like all that. I'm 12 years old. How the fuck you gonna put me outside, lady? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just all different kinds of shit. Like, going to prison. Like I wasn't the type of guy who went to prison and, once a month or once a week or every other week or every other month I received money orders from people like family, mothers, sisters, what? Man, everything I had, man, I had to figure it out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
From bars of soap all the way down to TVs, everything. And I pretty much, I figured it out. I figured it out, and initially, of course, it consisted of me figuring out the wrong way. You know what I mean? What? I take your TV and then rent that bitch back to you straight up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, when
Yeah,
we started off, you start off in a bad place. So it's like,
yeah.
um, you know, you heighten your recklessness for a little while
Hmm.
until, certain things come into play and, calm you down. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you, being as though you was out here, back in the day, we would use the term stick up boys. I don't think they use them type of terms no more. I don't even hear that type of stuff, even though I know robbing and shit go on. Being as though you was out here and you was a stick up boy, when you went to prison, would you running into any type of issues with people that you once stuck up and stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
Stuff like that.
Oh
Right.
yeah. Long story short, man, I ate that knife a few times. You feel me? Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, consequences that come with lifestyle, whereas though,
Mm-hmm.
um, you think you untouchable. When you got so many wins and you've been on the good side of things for so long, that comes with a heightened like level of bravado, I would say. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, it reached a point where as though I thought I could do anything, say anything to anybody, and niggas wouldn't play with me. You know what I'm saying? And I traveled that way for a while, and then I got faced with a situation where as though the numbers was against me. You feel me? And I ate my first loss, and the strength was so strong at the time, and the city jail is so dangerous and so small. I had to eat that motherfucking knife back to back to back to back. You know what I'm saying?
Back to back to back to
Um,
back. God damn.
yeah, like, 3 different times in a matter
Mm-hmm.
of months. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And it's like, dealt with it. It is what it is. Like, I'm looking past that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not what it's not it's not what broke me. It's one of the things that made me, because I guess you would say there's a level of humility that comes with, you know,
Taking the L.
looking down at yourself like, what the fuck? You got holes everywhere, it's blood everywhere, you feel me? And like, yo, you just standing there trying to figure out what the fuck to do next. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, already fought your way up out of it, and like you survived the shit, but you still right here looking like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And naturally it's like, oh, I'm gonna kill everybody in there, mother, all that type shit. You feel me? And
Yeah.
it's like, but overall, it's like, yo, you look at humanity, you look at like how you live in, you look at all that stuff, and it's like you think about what's worth it. And then you think about the stuff that you do to people. And it's like, well, damn, okay, something bad happened to me, but did I deserve it? Motherfucking right, nigga. Karma is a bitch. And when it comes in, it's like, man, full of fact. You get what you deserve. Sometimes tenfold. You
See,
know what I'm saying?
that's man time. See, like I'm always gotta speak about man time. That mentality right there is man time. That means basically, whatever comes with whatever decisions I made, I gotta live with it. I gotta learn from it, and I gotta keep it moving. Ain't no need to sit
Yeah.
around and cry about it or nothing. I understand. I understand the shit that I'm into, the consequences that and keep it moving. And this is how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and move forward. But that's
That's
man
my
time.
mentality about everything. Like, man,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what I'm dealing with, yo, in life, adversity, whatever it is, like,
Uh-huh.
yo, like, man, it'd be so hard sometimes, but you just got